Whenever we are depressed, we find ourselves in a very dark place and we feel it's impossible to come out of. Today we'll be taking a look at how to deal with our depression. So let's get talking. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sianorkie, a clinical psychologist, and I share videos on mental health and daily life concerns. I'll be very happy to have you on board, so please do well to subscribe to this channel. In our previous videos, we looked at depression as being a mood disorder which is characterized by persistent feelings of sadness and the loss of interest. We also looked at the causes of depression, and we stated that for one to be depressed, you should be experiencing at least 6 of the symptoms that we had stated, and this symptom should be persistent for at least 2 weeks. You can check those videos out if you have not seen them. If you are struggling with depression, I would encourage that you seek help. Talk to a psychologist or talk to a psychiatrist. Depending on the severity of the condition, you may have to be put on some medications. And I know that whenever we talk about medications, people are a bit hesitant. But whenever we have high blood pressure or we have diabetes, we are put on some medications to help us manage the condition. That's the same way when we are depressed. We may be put on some medications to help us deal with it. So please do well to reach out to a professional. If you are in Ghana and you are struggling to find a professional, you can send me a DM on my Instagram at Sianorkie, and I'll help refer you to a professional, a psychologist or a psychiatrist that is proximate to you. Now, here are some tips on how to deal with depression. The first thing I'll say is to give yourself a break. Take a weekend off. Take a week off. Away from everything that is stressing us. For instance, if you're experiencing postpartum depression, if possible, reach out to a family member or a close friend to come and help out with a child while you take time off to relax. Whenever we are depressed, we tend to blame ourselves for everything that is happening to us. There's a feeling of guilt, there's a feeling of shame, and there's the feeling of, I wished I had done it this way and not that way. But there's a need for us to be kind with ourselves. There's a need for us to be gentle with ourselves and be patient with ourselves. We all don't have it figured out. Everybody goes through something one way or the other. So do not be discouraged. Just see it as an experience that we are building on to become better versions of ourselves. And let's not hold on to the past. When we looked at the causes of depression, we stated that the serotonin, the dopamine, and the norepinephrine are all neurotransmitters that are responsible for the feelings of pleasure and happiness. Now, exercise has been found to stimulate these neurotransmitters, which helps in regulating our mood. And once that is done, it helps with our eating and sleeping patterns as well. The good thing about exercising is that it can also help take our minds off anything that is, worrying us or upsetting us, and serve as a distraction from all of them. Exercising with other people can offer mood-boosting social benefits. If possible, join a fitness club or a group of people, or exercise at places where you meet other people to have a social interaction. Eating a well-balanced diet is also very important for our mental health. I know that anytime we are depressed, it becomes very difficult to eat. Either we are overeating or undereating. But as much as possible, let's try and make conscious effort to eat a well-balanced diet to help in boosting our mental health. Whenever we are depressed, all we think about are the negative things that are happening in our lives. There are so many good things happening in our lives right now that if we take our time and pay critical attention to it, you may find so many things that you may be grateful for. Negativity is so powerful. It's just so powerful that it covers every good thing that is happening in your life right now. So you may want to take your time and write down the things that you are grateful for. Write down the things that are happening in your life that are not that bad. And I assure you, you may find a thing or two that will help you keep moving. And once you write them down, anytime you find yourself in a dark place, just refer to them and know that things will definitely get better. Anytime we are depressed, there are so many thoughts that come to our mind, but I want to encourage us to use positive affirmation even when it's hard to believe. Let us counteract every negative information that comes up with positive ones. Social support is very crucial in dealing with depression. Sometimes when we are depressed, we feel like we are being a bother to other people. We feel that the world will be better off without us. But then there are a lot of people who love us. There are a lot of people who care for us and who want good things to happen to us. Please do reach out to the people around us. Just before I was making this video, I saw a comment from Niayi asking how friends and family can support. We can support by being there for our friends and families. As I stated in the suicide video, what may make one commit suicide may not necessarily cause another person to commit suicide. What may make one depressed may not necessarily make another depressed. So there's a need for us to understand everything that another person goes through. Well, we may not totally understand, but then we just have to accept that we are different people from different backgrounds and just be there for them without judging them. If possible, let us encourage them to seek help, because usually when we find ourselves in that state, it is hard for us to reach for help, especially with the stigma that is being attached to mental health. And the act of confidentiality is also very important. Again, as I stated, that people are not willing to share their problems with others because of the fear of being judged, or because they feel that once they share their problem with one person, other people may come to get to know and they may be very uncomfortable about it. So let us be each other's keeper. Let us try to be there for each other in whatever situation that we find ourselves in. I believe that it will help us, to be better, and to also understand that it is okay not to be okay. Life happens. We get sad, we get happy, we get angry. Sometimes we are discouraged, but it is very, very important that we support each other to get to a better place. Thank you so much for joining me once again. Please do not forget to subscribe if you have not. And remember that a healthy mind lives in a healthy body. And until I see you again, keep staying safe. Stay blessed.